Hi everybody, welcome to Dandelion Cottage and Papercrafting Thursday. I'm Leslie Watkins. Sorry for a little bit of a delay today. I've been setting up some new things and I hope it all works. So you should be able to see me in the corner of the screen there. And hopefully I'm going to be streaming live to both Facebook and YouTube. So my channels on both Facebook and YouTube is Dandelion Cottage Design, so you should be able to find me there. And I have a really fun project to share with you today. This is a card that I saw on Susan Campfield's channel, and it's called the Puzzle Slider card. And I'm going to be using the Simply Zinnia stamp set and the dies. And I'm going to go back to my previous card. Let me show that to you. So I've got a card and a seed pack that I did in an earlier video, and you'll be able to go back and look at both of these things. But what I wanted to show you was what you can do with these wonderful flower dies. So we're going to be using some more of those today. And I've already done all the cutting to get ready for the video. And what I will do is I will have a complete instruction sheet with all the measurements in the next issue of Notes from Dandelion Cottage. So please make sure that you are subscribed to Notes from Dandelion Cottage, and you will be able to get all of the information that you need to follow along. So let me double check my settings and make sure everybody can see and hear me okay. I think I've worked out the issue that I had yesterday, so hopefully this is all good. And let's see. Yes, I think everything appears to be working. There we go. Okay, great. So if you're watching, please say hi and let me know that you can see and hear me today. I think you can. And I see Kelly out there. Good morning, Kelly. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now that I've gotten all of these different bits of technology sorted out, I hope to be getting back on schedule again. So the Puzzle Slider card is a fancy fold that is divided up into different rectangles. So the mechanism is very simple. It's like a double Z fold, I guess you would say, something like that. So it's just a simple score that allows you to pull the two sides open. And then on the inside, where the message is going to be, I have an insert, so I'm going to go ahead and put those in there in a little bit. But first I want to get the stamping out of the way. And for my sentiment, I'm going to be using Sending Flowers and Thinking of You, which I love. Many of you may know that I am a gardener, and I grow specialty cut flowers, so I particularly like this sentiment. And I'm using, this is Granny Apple Green, but you could do this same idea with any stamp set, any color palette that you like. It does use some designer series paper, so you'll want to pick one that you really like. So let me just make sure, I'm going to test this, make sure I've got it right side up. Yep, okay, that looks good. And I'm going to put this right at the top because I want to have room to be able to write a little note. I like note cards with a personal touch, so I'm just going to give that a quick stamp. So there's my sentiment. It looks very pretty. And I can go ahead and mount that on my mat. I'll also be posting the full list of supplies, so you will not have to write anything down if you want to follow along exactly. You'll be able to just click the link. It'll take you right to where you need to go to see everything that you'll need. Okay, so then I just want to get that nice and straight. That looks good. And I love these colors. Okay, so that's ready to go. We'll put that to the side for the moment. And then here, good morning, Ginger. Thank you for tuning in. Congratulations on your promotion. Don't forget that you're going to be getting a special gift from me. So whenever a team member on the Dandelion Cottage design team promotes to silver, they get oh wait, it's not silver. It is, you just promoted to Bronze Elite. So when you promote to Bronze Elite, you get a scissor dangle. And so I'm going to be sending you one of these. So keep your eye out on your mailbox for the Dandelion Cottage Design scissor dangle. Say that fast. All right, so now what I've done is, as I mentioned, I pre-cut my DSP, and you can see that it makes a design. So I want to keep the order of the design because that's the way it's going to appear on the front of the card. And I've gone ahead and also cut out these mats, and this color is Old Olive. This color. Get that on there nice and even. This is why I love the liquid glue so much, because it gives you that little bit of extra time to get things exactly where you want them. And then you just give it a good burnish with your bone folder, and that glue will set exactly where you want it. This is one of those cards that looks like it was much more complex than it actually is. It's actually super, super simple to make and really cute. And what I particularly like about the card is the measurements, because they're designed, well, I don't know if it was designed to be, but it just so happens that they make for extremely economical cutting of your paper. In other words, there's not a lot of scraps left over. All right, and the last one. Oh, Carol's here. Hi, Carol. Nice to see you. It's been a little while. So, you know, we had the warnings of all this heat dome that was coming our way, and it is hot. It's definitely hot, but thankfully it is not nearly as hot where I am as they projected. So I think we missed a bullet there. And but I do have to make sure that the chickens have plenty of water, the plants have to be watered at least once a day, the things that are in containers. And I'm also leaving water out for the wildlife. Make sure that everybody is in good shape. All right, so there's my pattern. And the next thing I'm going to do is grab my card base, and I'm simply going to adhere these pieces onto the card. So I'm just going to add my glue to these top flaps. Again, that wet glue is perfect for making sure that you get everything aligned perfectly before it sets, which is awesome. Line that up. When you're happy with the alignment and everything looks good, you can just flip that over gently. Give that a burnish. The burnishing is the magic wand for the liquid glue, because that's what's going to allow it to dry exactly where you want it and move that glue around. All right, so there's one half of the card. I think you can see where I'm going with this now. Get that lined up. Carol says it's really hot in West Michigan. It's just under 90 today. Ugh. Well, we may get some of that. It seems like the weather that you get in Michigan, Carol, is on its way over here. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's not coming this way. Okay, so let's just look at the back of the card here for a moment. So there's my scores, like so, and then this all comes in to meet. I just want to make sure that I don't have any overlapping. This one could scooch over a tiny bit, I think. There we go. Isn't that cool? So that is the basic mechanism right there. And of course you can decorate this any way you like, but I thought what we would do is get back to our zinnia flowers, which I love. So I'm going to do exactly what I did in the previous videos. I'm going to show you how I assembled these flowers. I've got my centers. Am I missing a center? Oh no, there it is. I've got some leaves and I've got a couple of different colors. So the first thing I'm going to do is with my bone folder, you'll notice that the zinnia dies come in two different shapes. So one of them has this larger center and the other one has a smaller center. And so I'm using the larger center on my bottom flower, or bottom row of petals, I should say. And what I'm doing is I'm just giving those petals a little bit of a curl, so going off into all different directions. And you just want to be really careful that you're not pulling too hard that you tear the petals, so just go easy. It doesn't take much pressure. Okay, and then finally my third flower. And I'm going to be using dimensionals. So this card's going to be a thicker card, but I kind of like that. It will fit into a standard envelope, but you might need to add a little extra postage if you're going to be sending in the mail. Let me grab my dimensionals. And a little bit of glue. Let me get my craft sheet because I'm getting a little bit low on my glue here. I try to use every last little bit of glue. And I just want to kind of offset these petals a little bit so you can see the petals underneath the two different colors. So those baby chicks are growing like mad. I have a total of 10, and today when I was out there checking on them, the oldest ones were starting to fly a little bit. So they just kind of flutter their wings and take a big hop, and they're airborne for a second or two, and they're really cute. So they think this is wonderful. They're loving that. And in their cages, I have some sticks and different things that they can climb on. I call it chicken furniture, and they're having a lot of fun with that stuff. So now I'm just adding the center part of the flowers, and the color scheme, I basically look to the designer series paper for inspiration. And in the examples there, they had the orange centers the way I'm doing now, and then they, oops, stay on there. My fingers are getting sticky. And then they have the these stamens. Where's my other stamen? Oh, there it is. Okay, got it. And these are cut out of the new in color, which is Lemon Lolly. So you, if you're wondering what that color is, that's what it is. So I'm just gonna take off the excess, get that on there. Really cute. I love this set because it's very user friendly, and it's not too fussy. You know, sometimes the dies get very intricate, and it's hard to get all the little bits and pieces out, you have to take an extra minute, which is fine, you know, for those special projects. But if you just want to create a real wow factor with the 3D sculpted flowers, this is one of the best sets to do that. And of course it's called Simple or Simply Zinnias. However, these flower shapes are so basic to so many different kinds of flowers that you could certainly change it up with your colors and create daisies and cosmos, Rebecca, all sorts of flowers. So you don't have to be limited to just to zinnias, and you can use it throughout the seasons. So for all those reasons, I like it a lot. Okay, so let's see what we can do now. So here's my card front, and I'm going to begin by putting these dimensionals on the back of my flowers. Very simple, very easy to use. And then I also want to have a little bit of a curl on my leaves, more of a wave, so sort of going one way and then the other. So I want them to have a little bit of dimension as well. And I'm not sure how many of these leaves I'm actually going to use, but we'll go ahead and get them all ready just in case. So what's particularly nice about the leaves in the dies is that you can also cut out the veins in a contrasting color, which looks really nice. There's also a double leaf that has a double vein die to use on it. And you can see how there are several different greens used in the pattern here. So I just, you know, I love all the options with this set. So if you like flowers and you were thinking about just getting one bundle, you can check out the Simply Zinnia bundle, and I believe that you can get it at 10% off for the remainder of this month. So if you're watching in June of 2024, you should be able to get this for an additional 10% off. And I will have that link that I'll post after the video today with all that on there. All right, so here we go. Let's get our flowers on there. I'm sorry, Ginger says I'm so serious. I am so serious. When it's true, I've got that bad face when I'm concentrating and doing artwork, and yeah, that's part of how it works with me. Okay, so let's see. How are we going to do this? Something like that could be nice. I think I want the pink on top. All right, and then making something like that. How fun! This is really fun. If you already have this set, please give this a go. This is a very nice fancy fold to try out. And as I said, once you see the instructions on how easy it is to cut these things out and get it ready, you're going to be more than happy to do yours. All right, so there are my flowers. Okay, And then for the leaves, the way I like to do the leaves is I'll put the dimensional in the raised part like so, but then I'll add a little bit of glue to the places where the paper's going to be glued down onto the paper. So something like that, if that makes sense. Let's remove that backing. And because I'm going to tuck this under, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my tweezer and just get under there. Okay. And I'm going to put this one in I'm going to put the double in the upper corner where there's a little more room. Same thing, adding the glue to the bits that are lowest. Get my finger unstuck. And lift that. Just hold that in place for a minute. And I think I need to get this lighter leaf going off into that direction. We're almost done. It doesn't take much. Okay. And then the last one, let's lift that up, tuck under. There we go. Loving this. All right, that's really cute. Now, I waited until the end. Let me get all these little pieces out of the way. I waited until the end to put in my insert, and the reason I did that was I just wanted to make sure that I didn't get any glue on the inside. So I put it aside, and now that all the assembly is complete, I'm just going to go ahead and add this. I can flip this open so I can see what I'm doing better. Make sure I get that right side up. There we go. All right, nice and straight. Quick burnish. A little bit of glue over there. Okay. So there is my puzzle slider card using the Simply Zinnia bundle, and I love it. And actually what I'd like to do is I'm going to find those cute green dots. There's that new package of the assortment of greens, and I think I'm going to put a couple of those dots on there as well. So that's my card for today. I hope you like it, and I hope you try it. If you are a follower and would like to post your projects that you make using the sets that you see me use in the lives, please join us at Dandelion Paper Pals, because in the Paper Pals private group you're going to be able to go ahead and post your project so that everybody can see it and be inspired. And additionally, if you're a Stampin' Up! Demo who has a lot of product and a lot of retired product, and you're looking for ideas and ways to use your stash, then don't forget about the Something Old, Something New group, where people post how they use retired product and new things as well. So thank you so much for joining me today. Stay well, stay happy, stay creative, and I will see you next time.